Pontefract, a quiet market town in West Yorkshire, England. On a grey August day in 1966, the Pritchard family lived at 30 East Drive, a typical council house on the Chequerfield estate. Their lives were ordinary: school, work, family dinners, and laughter. But beneath this normality, something unimaginable was about to awaken. The Pritchards, Jean, Joe, their son Philip, and daughter Diane, were a close-knit, working-class family. They had just returned from a summer holiday, enjoying the last moments of peace before their world changed forever. The house, once a place of comfort, would soon become infamous as the site of Britain's most violent poltergeist haunting. What began as a minor annoyance would spiral into a relentless campaign of terror. The events at 30 East Drive would draw police, investigators, and the press, and the entity behind it would become known as the Black Monk of Pontefract. This isn't just another ghost story. It's a tale of a family pushed to the brink by something they couldn't explain. Their ordinary life was about to be shattered. The summer heat faded, but a chilling darkness was about to descend. The last peaceful day at 30 East Drive was over. The nightmare was about to begin.
Things you only talk about at the back of the cave.
It started small, a fine white powder drifting from the living room ceiling. The Pritchards searched for a cause, but found nothing. Then, puddles of water began appearing on the kitchen floor, with no leaks or spills to explain them. The family tried to rationalize, maybe plaster dust, maybe condensation, but the phenomena defied logic. Dust fell when all was still. Water appeared far from any pipes. Soon, the powder, nicknamed Pobs, spread to other rooms. Tea sprayed across the kitchen, leaving sticky stains that reappeared no matter how often they cleaned. The house felt as if it was playing tricks, but the mood shifted from confusion to unease. The activity escalated. Objects moved, messes multiplied, and the sense of being watched grew. Jean, home most often, bore the brunt, scrubbing, cleaning, and growing more anxious by the day. The family's patience wore thin as the disturbances became daily torment. The initial amusement vanished, replaced by dread. They realized this was no ordinary problem. Something unseen was testing them. The haunting had only just begun. The disturbances grew bolder. Furniture slid across rooms, doors slammed, and lights flickered without cause. The family heard violent bangs from inside the walls as if something wanted out. The entity, soon nicknamed Fred, focused on Diane. Objects flew when she entered a room. Once, a chest of drawers trapped her inside her bedroom. The attacks turned physical. Jean was slapped. Joe pushed down the stairs. Potatoes and eggs hurled themselves at the family. The most terrifying moment, Diane was dragged up the stairs by her hair, her feet kicking in the air, red marks appearing on her neck. The house became a prison, the family exhausted and terrified. Sleep brought no relief. Noises and disturbances haunted the nights. They hid their ordeal from neighbors, fearing ridicule. Isolation set in. Their home was now a battleground. The poltergeist's intent was clear: terrorize and dominate. The Pritchards' normal life was gone. The nightmare was now inescapable. One night, the temperature dropped sharply. Jean glimpsed a tall, hooded figure near the fireplace, a monk's habit, face hidden in shadow. The Black Monk had revealed itself. The family finally had a form to their fear. Pontefract's history of a Cluniac monastery and a monk executed for a terrible crime gave the entity its name. After that night, sightings increased, always accompanied by a chilling cold and a sense of evil. The monk appeared in doorways at the top of stairs or looming over Diane's bed. Its presence intensified the violence. Objects thrown harder, attacks more severe. Diane became its main target, paralyzed by terror. Jean once saw the monk reaching for Diane's throat, only for it to vanish when she screamed. The family realized this was no ordinary ghost. They were facing something truly malevolent. The Pritchards' lives became a cycle of fear and exhaustion. Jean cleaned constantly, never able to keep up with the chaos. Philip felt watched, haunted by guttural groans and growls from empty rooms. Diane suffered most, dragged, slapped, and tormented by invisible hands. She lived in constant fear, the trauma leaving lasting scars. Joe, powerless to protect his family, struggled with helplessness. He tried to fight back, but was thrown aside by unseen forces. The family's sanctuary was now a place of dread. Every day brought new attacks, every night new horrors. They were isolated, unable to escape or find help. The haunting was relentless, wearing them down physically and mentally. Their ordeal was not just physical but psychological. The Black Monk's vendetta was personal, especially against Diane. The family's unity was tested to its limits. Their only hope was to survive. Pontefract's dark past may hold the key to the haunting. The Checkerfield estate was built near the Old Town Gallows, a site of countless executions. Local legend tells of a Cluniac monk hanged for a brutal crime centuries ago. Many believe his vengeful spirit is the Black Monk. The area's history is soaked in violence. Pontefract Castle saw battles, imprisonments, and death. Paranormal theorists suggest such trauma leaves a psychic residue, fueling hauntings. The land itself may be cursed, the construction of new homes disturbing old energies. The Pritchards were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. The haunting was not just about the house, but the ground beneath it. Pontefract's bloody history echoed through 30 East Drive. The past refused to stay buried. Desperate, the Pritchards called the police. Officers witnessed drawers moving and water appearing from nowhere, events they couldn't explain. Their reports gave the case credibility. Paranormal investigators, including Colin Wilson, documented the haunting. Wilson saw objects move, heard the noises, and felt the oppressive atmosphere. He concluded the entity was a powerful poltergeist, possibly the executed monk. The press descended, turning the haunting into a national sensation. Media attention brought both support and ridicule. A famous photo captured a blurry, robed figure on the stairs, debated ever since. Police reports, investigator notes, and witness testimony built a compelling case. The evidence suggested something truly disturbing was happening. 30 East Drive became infamous. The Black Monk case divides believers and skeptics. Believers cite the family's consistent testimony, corroborated by police and investigators. The historical context and physical evidence add weight to their claims. The focus on Diane fits classic poltergeist patterns. Skeptics argue it was a hoax, orchestrated by the children for attention. They point to adolescent mischief and psychological explanations, shared delusion, suggestion, or anxiety. Every odd event, they say, was misinterpreted through a lens of fear. The famous photo? A trick of light, a smudge, or long exposure. No irrefutable proof of the supernatural has ever emerged. The debate rages on, with compelling arguments on both sides. The truth remains elusive. Today, 30 East Drive stands as it did in 1966. Ordinary in appearance, extraordinary in reputation. Ghost hunters and the curious flock to its doors, seeking a brush with the unknown. Later residents reported strange activity, though never as violent as the Pritchards endured. Now owned by a paranormal investigator, the house hosts overnight ghost hunts. The Black Monk story endures because of its violence, its mystery, and its unanswered questions. Police, investigators, and the press gave it a weight few hauntings possess. Was it a vengeful spirit, a poltergeist, or a hoax? No one knows for sure. The lack of explanation keeps the legend alive. The Black Monk of Pontefract is now part of British folklore. The story challenges us to question what we believe about the unknown. 30 East Drive remains a place where the past and the paranormal refuse to rest.